Good evening. Welcome to Fire in the Grate.
Hi, I'm Erica Hernandez, Executive Chef of Salt Creek Grille, here known as The Fire, and on social media you can find me as The Monday Baker. And here we have...
I am Hugh Preece, owner-operator, Salt Creek Grille. I am the Grate, and on social media I am known as Fermented Boss.
Yes, he is. Welcome.
So, hey, how are you doing today,
I'm
Chef?
doing very good, sir. How are you?
Excellent. How was Miami?
Miami was fantastic. I was in Miami. I was, having a little fun with the family, and now we are back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Tell us, what are we going to do today?
Well, we're going to keep on talking about new menu items and what fall is going to bring in the upcoming weeks. And today we have a beautiful ribeye steak. It's going to be part of our market steak. Can't wait, right? It's going to be served with some smashed potatoes and
Yum, yum, yum,
some
yum.
crispy Brussels sprouts. This is going to be a new addition to our menu. We want to go ahead and provide a wider variety of steak items to our guests, and we're going to do the market steak. So every week is going to be something different.
Excellent. So that's great because that gives versatility. It doesn't commit you to to one particular item. And the reason why we do this is not because we're looking for the best pricing, which is part of it, but it does give us the versatility. If for some reason there's a spike in ribeye in pricing, we're able to find a steak that is not going to blow your wallet off and bring you some creativeness to it.
Absolutely. So it's important for you to leave us comments this week and let us know what are your favorite cuts of steak, so we could go ahead and incorporate them into our market steak list and surprise you with those one of these days.
Absolutely. So we're talking ribeye here. So ribeye is a cut that comes obviously close to the rib.
Yes.
It's got this great marbleization, and the unique thing or the wonderful thing about this cut is you get this meatiness like you do in the filet mignon, which we did weeks ago, but then you get this fat, which just adds so much flavor. And when you cook this steak, that fat just melts and adds all this flavor to that meat. So you're getting just the best of both worlds.
It's beautiful. This one specifically, we're going to rub. We have a sweet and spicy rub. It has hints of coffee and red pepper flakes and brown sugar all together to give it a nice crust with our fire wood burning grill. And I think that the smashed potatoes with garlic and herbs, and then the beautiful crispy Brussels are going to make a beautiful dish together.
That's amazing because the ribeye itself naturally has, for some reason, I don't know why, but it gives off a little smokiness when you do grill it. But we're going to grill it over our mesquite wood, so it's just going to infuse with a little bit of sweetness, bitterness, which is going to complement that little bit of coffee that's in that rub and those spices and seasoning, and it just sounds incredible.
Yes.
And you made this very easy for me.
There it is. Let's go cook some steak and we'll be right back.
Let me go grab a bottle of wine and we'll be right back. See ya. Ready?
Yes.
Welcome back.
Hi. What do we have here?
So, and I said you made it easy on me. I went to a go-to of mine, and I love Nebbiolo grape, which is an Italian grape that grows predominantly in Piedmont, but also in Lombardy and up in Val d'Aosta. And it does grow outside the country of Italy, but there's nothing like Nebbiolo from Italy because it just has these unique characteristics, and it's grown there since it's ever come to life. So I went with the Barbaresco, which is a unique soil, which offers great characteristics around the Barbaresco commune. Nebbiolo is the king of Italian varieties. You can argue between Nebbiolo and Sangiovese, maybe even Aglianico. However, Nebbiolo is a great variety that makes Barolo, which is big, bold wines, and Barbaresco makes Nebbiolo and Barbaresco is big and bold, but it has this finesse to it where it's I call it the feminine, the queen and king of red. And
I like that.
So the wine is always light in color. It's never a deep color. Generally, the characteristics you get are like rose petals, cherry, raspberry, dried strawberry, dried cranberry. You get some earthiness like underbrush or sometimes cedar, tar, tobacco.
Yeah.
So great acidity, firm tannins.
That's beautiful.
Great ageability. Normally meant to be consumed with a little age on them. This particular one is 5 years old. So we've had it open for an hour, breathing a little bit to soften it up a little bit. But I mean, that nose right there,
That's good.
the aromatics are just great.
I mean, I get those berry tones immediately, but then the subtleness, like you say, of the wine is hints of all these different components that you just mentioned.
So you are getting rose petals on this. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Red cherry.
Yeah, so ripe.
And just this little minerality to it, kind of like the soil.
So delicious. Yes. Wow. That tartness at the beginning and that subtleness at the end is just amazing.
Not so much a sour cherry, but maybe an unripe cherry. It's not too sour, but it has that tartness to it. And cranberry is there. You're getting that raspberry.
Yep. It's that beautiful berry tartness that you get, but it's subtle at the same time. It doesn't overpower. It's amazing.
And these wines are beautiful. There's so many. The communes are multiple, and the producers, they don't produce large vineyards, with hundreds of acres. They're all small producers. They produce these incredible wines, and this producer themselves, they're great producers, and the importer who imports them imports some fantastic wines as well.
I think it's a sexy wine. I don't know. I think it's very
beautiful. It's elegant. It's very feminine, as I like to say. About Barbaresco, it's the feminine side of Nebbiolo, and it's
wonderful.
Yeah, beautiful. So is that steak almost ready?
The steak is ready. Let me go grab it. I can't wait to try it with this. I'll be right back.
Excellent.
Stay tuned. Okay, and here you have it. Our beautiful ribeye steak.
Wow, that's incredible. Look at that crust caramelization on the outside. So the mesquite wood burns at a super hot temperature. So that little bit of brown sugar and coffee crust that we put on this just caramelizes instantly. What this does, it locks in all the flavor, the juices. And you can just see right here these ridges inside the steak, and those are the fat lines, the marbleization. And this, I mean, you don't even need a knife and fork. You could probably
pull it apart.
Pull this meal apart. We have crispy roasted, pan-roasted Brussels sprouts. And these are our
smashed potatoes.
With
a little bit of garlic butter. And then the steak is finished with a caramelized shallot and roasted garlic butter to give it some extra flavor. Not that it needs it, but I just want you to see shallot. Beautiful.
And the shallots add so much flavor to it. And it's basically it's a very small onion, but it's
I always say, like, if a garlic and an onion had a baby, this beautiful thing came out.
Yes, but the flavor is so concentrated of this item that you only need just a little bit, and it really does add a lot. It never overpowers, but it just adds a lot of flavor to whatever you're using it with.
Absolutely, and I think that it will complement this wine beautifully. I can't wait for you to give it a try. So go right ahead.
So we're gonna go dig in. Do you want me to do the carving?
Do the carving, sir. Thanksgiving is around.
You didn't have your cutlery already out.
You know what? I'm ready now.
Quick on that.
I'm ready now.
All
this is. Hope it's cooked to your liking. I know you like it mooing.
I do. I like it, running off the plate and me trying to catch it.
Muchas gracias. He's got jokes. Our Brussels sprouts are amazing. I know that we've discussed them in another episode. We've had them with our herb chicken, and we have them with as an appetizer as well. But we have them for available as a side dish, and I think that it's going to go really well with the steak.
So the difference between the side dish and the appetizer is the appetizer is deep fried in a fryer, and the side is pan fried on the stovetop. So
yeah, it has a little bit of shallots and it has a little bit of kale in it too. We saute them with a little bit of oil and butter to get that color, and they're delicious.
All right, so I've got a lot on my plate. I made a mess here, as I always do, apparently.
It's so tender, right?
So the meat is super tender. So this is cooked a little more than I would prefer, but your knife just cuts right through it, and it's because of the marbleization. It just keeps it tender. Where a filet mignon doesn't have any marbleization, but that is just pure meat, and you can cut that with a fork. This looks beautiful. I'm looking forward to tasting this with this.
Me too. I love barbarescos. What do you think of the rub and the flavor of that butter?
So we do have a dish on our menu, which you saw in one of the previous episodes, is coffee crusted New York strip. So this crust is nothing like that crust. There's just a hint of bitterness, cocoa-ness from that coffee, and you're getting a little sweetness, but you're getting some spice and herbs that are just popping. It's got a nice crunch to it.
Yes,
the steak itself is very juicy. And
what do you think?
Gonna see how that marble, that fat goes with this, the acidity in this wine.
Right. Set myself a perfect bite.
So the thing about this cut of meat is that flesh is so tender, and it's kind of got a little sweetness to it. It's incredible, and with this wine, the herbs are popping. The palate is cleansed with the acidity, and those tannins, they don't come across as being too firm, which can happen in Nebbiolo with the younger years of Nebbiolo. So
it gives it a creaminess. The fattiness of the steak becomes creamy.
Butter. Yeah.
Right?
And the butter.
Yes, and the butter all together.
It all adds that creaminess to it. And this wine just elevates those flavors and just clears that palate. I'm going to do another bite. I'm going to do some Brussels sprouts and get some earthiness.
What do you think, sir? Yes?
Those potatoes are super creamy and garlicky. So much flavor. This is a great dish.
I believe it is, and I believe that this wine, wow, it goes perfectly with it. I absolutely love it. One of my favorites for sure.
Just to warn you, I just have to let this out the bag. Nebbiolo is one of her favorite varieties. Barbaresco is one of her favorite communes. So I nailed it because I knew what she liked. But it just really does both the food and the wine complement each other, and they just elevate and enhance the whole experience.
Absolutely, it absolutely does. And this, for me, this is a wine that I could just pop open at home and enjoy it on its own, like giving myself, a happy day of my own, and drink it solo. But when you accompany with something like this, it just enhances everything so beautifully. So good.
Well, I don't want to finish my steak while I'm talking to you all, so I think we can wrap this
Absolutely.
up. Chef, we're happy that she's back from Miami. We missed her. This was a great item. I look forward to seeing this on the menu and other different cuts of steak. For me, I'm a skirt steak kind of person.
Ooh, maybe we'll do that one soon.
So that would be fun. I'd love to see what you come up with on that. But until then, like us, comment, please comment, subscribe to us. We've been picking up new subscribers each week as each episode goes on. We've had some very popular episodes, and we appreciate that. Everybody watching, everybody liking. We'd love to see your comments. Excellent. Thank you very much.
See you next time.
You are?
Oh, I am Erica Hernandez, the Monday Baker.
On Instagram, you can find her as Monday Baker and all her social media. social media, I am the Fermented Boss. We look forward to seeing you next week. Chin
Salud.
chin.